Hey everyone, welcome back to Words of Wisdom. I only have a couple of minutes and I've got to run. Forgive them, all of them. Forgive them, but never forget what they did. I don't know who this is for, but when somebody betrays you, you need to pay damn close attention, okay? I'm not saying people can't change. I'm not saying God can't work on somebody's heart. I'm not saying people should be defined forever by the worst thing they've ever done. What I am saying is once a person shows you they're willing to lie on you, talk behind your back, cheat on you, betray you, switch up on you, or try to ruin your reputation, you can't act like you've never saw it. Okay? Too many people ignore the warning signs because they want to believe the best in someone. They convince themselves it was a misunderstanding. They tell themselves it was just a bad moment. They make excuses over and over again because accepting the truth hurts. But the truth doesn't become less true just because it's uncomfortable. A lot of people get caught up in apologies. They think just because somebody said, "I'm sorry," 5 years later, that everything is supposed to go back to normal. No. An apology does not rebuild trust. An apology acknowledges what happened. Trust is something completely different. Trust is built through consistency. It's built through actions repeated over time. It's earned when somebody proves they're different, not when they claim they are. See, people will tell you they've changed, but what matters is what they do, not what they say. Remember, actions speak louder than words, always and forever. Anybody can say the right words. Anybody can come back when they're lonely. Anybody can come back when they need something. Anybody can come back after everybody else left them. Anybody can tell you exactly what you want to hear. But where was that loyalty when you needed it? Where was that respect when your name was being dragged through the mud? Where was that support when you were fighting battles nobody knew about? That's the million-dollar question. Okay? Some of you keep reopening doors that should have stayed closed a long time ago. Not because those people earned another chance, but because you're lonely or whatever the reason is. You miss the memories. You miss having somebody around. You miss what the relationship used to be, but you're forgetting all the reasons it ended in the first place. You're remembering the good moments while ignoring the sleepless nights. You're remembering the laughter while forgetting the heartbreak. You're remembering who they used to be while ignoring who they showed themselves to be when it mattered most. Nostalgia has a way of making broken things look beautiful, and that's dangerous. Because sometimes the very people you're missing are the same people who brought chaos into your life. Sometimes you're not missing the person at all. You're missing the idea of who you hoped they would become. And here's what I've learned. The first betrayal should be enough to wake you up. The first time somebody shows you they're willing to stab you in the back, you best believe that's a part of their character. Could they change? Maybe. Absolutely. People do grow. People do mature. People do learn from their mistakes. But that's not your job to sit around and find out by putting yourself in a position to get hurt again. Don't put your life on pause. For anyone. You don't have to volunteer for another lesson that you've already learned. Protecting yourself is not being cruel. Having boundaries is not being hateful. Walking away is not weakness. It's wisdom. Some people think letting go means you're bitter. No. Letting go means you finally accepted reality. It means you stopped arguing with the truth. It means you stopped making excuses for people who kept showing you exactly who they are. It means you chose peace over potential and self-respect over false hope. You can forgive them. You can pray for them. You can wish them the best. You can genuinely hope their life improves. But that doesn't mean they get access to you anymore. Forgiveness doesn't require reconnection. Healing does not require another chance. Closure doesn't require you to open old wounds. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is love people from a distance. Because the truth is, once somebody has shown they're willing to betray you, lie on you, disrespect you, and throw you under the bus, you don't owe them another opportunity to prove they can do it again. Your life gets better when you stop trying to save people who keep drowning your peace. Your future gets brighter when you stop carrying relationships that have already expired. And your heart becomes lighter when you finally accept that not everybody is meant to go where you're going. Some people were lessons, some people were seasons, some people were warnings, and that's okay. Every experience teaches you something if you're willing to learn from it. Sometimes a lesson isn't to give people another chance. Sometimes a lesson is to finally learn from the first one. So keep moving forward, keep growing, keep protecting your peace, keep surrounding yourself with people whose actions match their words and whose loyalty does not disappear when life gets difficult. You deserve relationships that bring peace, not confusion, respect, not betrayal, consistency, not disappointment. Okay? If this message spoke to you, don't just keep it to yourself. Somebody out there is struggling to let go of people who keep hurting them, betraying them, and disturbing their peace. Hit that like button to help this message reach more people. Share it with someone who needs this reminder today. And subscribe if you're serious about protecting your peace, growing stronger, and learning how to recognize who's truly for you and who's not. Remember, not everybody who loses access to you deserves it back. Stay blessed, stay focused, and keep moving forward. I love you to pieces. God bless.